I'm getting pushback on calling women desperate when they get on a dating show. And I actually love this comment, even though they don't agree with me. We're going to read it together and we're going to talk about why. Calling her desperate is unfair and wrong. We always shame and down women for the same thing a man does. I was talking about specifically Married at First Sight and how the women that get on that show specifically are desperate. And the men that get on that show know they will be able to get a desperate woman, and they never measure up to the caliber of women. You can literally look at the fact, different dating shows, right? Like, we're going to spread it out. Love is Blind, Married at First Sight, Ready to Love, whatever. That the women are top tier always. Like high earners, beautiful, actual relationships and foundations around them, right? And then the men suck. They're broke. They don't have this together. They're unstable emotionally. But they know they can get on this show because the women apply and the men are scouted by the producers. The men get on Instagram, post a photo, and the producers reach out to them while the women apply because they are ready to love. You don't think that's crazy? So when I'm calling a woman desperate, I am not insulting them. It's just logic. It's an actual fact. If you get on a show like Married at First Sight, that means the Married at First Sight is in the title. You marry them when you see them. Like, that's crazy. It's a TV show, so we allow a certain amount of drama, and then what happens beyond that is what also we watch. But it is desperate and it is TV, but these shows would not exist without desperate women specifically, because the men that get on these shows are villains. I was not insulting the woman. I was insulting the show and the man that is able to prey on that. Like, men get on these shows with desperate women and they know they can do anything because at the end of the day, she just wants a husband. She's a high earner. She's beautiful. She had, man, shorty that I'm talking about, she had a wrap around balcony in like downtown or South Loop of Chicago. Like, she's cold. First thing that man did is insult her house when he walked in it. Like, she did put herself in that situation. Like, and I understand the gut reaction to feel weird about calling a woman desperate, but we cannot act like there's not a reason to it. In what world would she even have to breathe the same air as that man? Right? He was beneath her. And not just when it came to monetarily. He was immature and mean. But she worked so hard to go through the process and work like, oh, I just want to continue it. Like, maybe she started questioning herself because at the end of the day, I like her as a cast member. I like her on the show. She was desperate.